Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Or if you're watching a replay, happy whatever day it is. Awesome session today because we always are wondering, is our gear okay? Maybe we should upgrade to something else. Maybe our gear is actually just enough, and I've spent a lot of money on gear and I made a lot of mistakes. I wasted money too. So during this session, I will actually let you know what I wasted money on, what was not worth it, and also my progression of the gear, what I started with, how I upgraded, do I regret certain purchases, and my favorite ones. I will also be sharing links so that you can access it right away. Like I'm an open book. You can ask me about how uh, about the setup and everything. It's I'll share with you everything that I use for YouTube. Let me just say hi. Oh my goodness. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, everyone. Hi there. Hi, Delane. Nice to see you. And hi, Anika. Also, at any point, if you guys have any questions about your gear and about what you use, let me know. I will be taking your questions live. And I will also take some pre-submitted questions, but the pre-submitted questions are good. Like, for example, we'll be talking about how to best use your phone, how to optimize your phone, maybe how to also use the camera just on your Mac. So, simple setups too. And if you want to upgrade, how to best upgrade. So you are in for a treat. But first, I want to share with you that my channel hit 1,000 subscribers last week. So, super excited. If you are a lovely subscriber, thank you so much. And I will be doing a channel breakdown of how many subscribers I got every single month, just so that you have an idea about my growth. But let me just tell you, the growth has been very steady. Like my whole graph just looks like this. There's no bumps, no nothing. And I'm just like growing, which in a way is really nice because I didn't have any like jumps or unexpected growth. Everybody, all the subscribers, all the lovely people were joining my channel kind of like very gradually. So that organic growth, there's something beautiful about it instead of just, going viral, having a spike and then like this dying down or something. So I will make a video about that. I used to make videos how many subscribers I was reaching every single week, and then it was every single month. So I will definitely make a video about a year of being on YouTube, which for me is going to be December 1st. So if you are wondering how a brand new channel can do without any spikes, without any virality, definitely subscribe because I will be covering that. Hi, Sila. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate you. So, also another awesome thing, we reached 171 members in YouTube Income Vault. I can't believe it, guys. Like, thank you so much. If you're a member, monthly or annual, I appreciate you. And it's been really magical, especially because the community has been just open for like a month or so, a month and a half. So we also have a fabulous challenge going on next week in the community. And if you are watching a replay and it's already after, it's going to be in the portal, and it's going to be all about creating and selling your digital products on YouTube, your first or your next digital product. So super excited. But now let's get to gear. I actually brought all the gear here around me. So I will be literally like showing to you and sharing the links of everything. Also sharing my screen of my Amazon because that's where I gathered all the links and stuff. So I guess the first gear question is going to be the first gear share is going to be, it all depends on the budget, right? So let's start with the lowest budget when you just you want to see what's up and you want to use your phone. Now, I actually think that right now the phone, especially, I have like the 17 one, the quality is unbelievable, like so good. So you could probably get away with filming on your phone for like your first year even. I know a creator who said, I'm going to film on my phone until I reach 100 uploads, and then I'm going to get a camera. But actually, when I watch his videos, I don't see a difference. I like, oh, did he buy the camera already, or is he still filming on his phone? Like, I can't tell. Maybe if you watch it on TV, you will be able to tell. It's like the difference is, it's really unnoticeable. But if I was going to talk about filming on the phone, the reason why I don't film on my phone, I filmed maybe 3 videos on my phone, is because of the organization. Those files are really large, and the phone would just be would fill up very quickly. You would have to be very organized and make sure that you take those files off your phone and to the external hard drive, so that you just don't fill up your phone quickly. Those files are really, really big. But other than that, if you are organized, if you are going to transfer the files right away to like your Google Drive or like to your external hard drive, you can film on your phone. So a couple of tips when you film on your phone. Number one is this camera is much better than the selfie camera here, okay? Much better. So if you film on your phone, try to use, this camera. And I know you won't be able to see yourself, but, maybe you're going to have the tripod be there. Or, you could check what the quality is going to be, maybe so unnoticeable, and then you can film on your selfie camera, right? Now, one thing I have to tell you, definitely not this, but YouTube is all about horizontal, right? So we're not filming this way, we're filming this way. I'm letting you know because actually one of my clients, poor lady, she filmed the entire video like this, and I was like, I don't think we could do stuff with it because it looks like a short, and it's your first video. So she actually refilmed it like this, okay? So yes, horizontal, and if you film on your phone, what I recommend is get a mic. Even if you think that you sound good, the quality of the sound once you get a mic is going to be like so much better, okay? So now I want to cover like 2 different mics that you could get for your phone. Okay, so number one is, one second, let me just see. Number one is, it's this DJI mic. And it has a mic, receiver, another one, and a charging case, okay? So the awesome thing about those, so this is the mini mics, I think on a Black Friday sale, they're like $100 right now. And then this is actually one, DJI one. I've had it for years. But number 2 is like $200, right? The great thing with this mic, I can have this receiver attached to my phone, and I can literally I can't walk away because this mic is here. I can literally walk away with this even far without anything, without any, cables and stuff. Or I can have it, here. So I can move around and you will still be able to hear me really well. Okay. So this is a huge advantage. You also have to remember to charge it. Now, a cheaper version of it is like a lapel mic. Let me see if I have a lapel mic here. So lapel mic is basically like a tiny mic. Yeah, I'm sure I do. Yeah, I do. See? So this is like a tiny mic with, probably comes with a little thing, and you just plug it into your phone. Now, this can range from $30 to $60, and it's really good. The only thing is you have to have this cable connected to your phone. And another thing, because I see that quite a lot, the creators have the mic, but the mic is actually not plugged in correctly, right? You have to have a dongle. You have to have a dongle like this to plug it into your phone. So this is what this is going to look like. You do this. You do this. It has to be a correct plug. And then, you know, you have it. So you have to look up, depending on what phone you have, what type of dongle you need. Super important, that dongle. Same thing for my dongle for the camera. If I use this mic, this receiver, I can't just plug it in like this. I have to have this to plug it in here. Okay, so you have to have this dongle here to plug in into your camera, depending on what camera you have. That's how you're gonna make your mic work. Okay. So again, for the mic for your phone, highly recommended. If you know that you're gonna be not far away, if you can stand having a cable, just get this. The quality is great, right? Or if you want to have a wireless, move around, just get this. Okay, now I'm going to show you my Amazon page. Yes, Anika, exactly. Oh, thanks, Sila. Oh, you have Google 8. Okay, so let's have a first look at my list here so that I'll show you what I just showed you for the phone. So we are talking about the phone setup right now, okay? So the phone setup, as I said, 2 mics are possible. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Hopefully you can see it. Yes, you can. And so on this screen, this is what I showed you right now. I showed you this one, the lapel mic, $24.91. You could get it. That's if you can, if you're okay with having a cable, or you could get a Rode one for $64. You know, Rode one it's like, you know, generic or brand, right? Rode is a big brand, and this is generic one. Works well because if there is a cable, both of them will work well. Now this is DJI. DJI 2 mics, they're actually $200, $197. You also have DJI Mini. I don't have them here, and I believe it's like $100. So DJI, right? Let me. I'm gonna copy this link. Let me know if you can access this link here. Okay. So this is the link to the phone, etc. Now, so again, if you have a phone, if you want to do with your phone, I would get a mic. Basically get a mic. That's it. Okay. Yes, on link. Thank you. Thank you, Anika. Also, another thing for the phone, which I highly recommend, and I actually made a point to have it next to me. See how long this tripod is? This tripod is my size and it's not wobbly. Trust me, I've gone through a bunch of tripods. And if you get a tripod, get it as high as possible. If you see 60 inches, get 60 inches. If you see 65, get 65. Look how small it's getting. See, you could just easily pack it into your bag and carry it with you. And it's like nothing is sticking out, nothing, you know. And here there is a phone fixture, so you could have both ways. And this is the best tripod I've had. The other ones were like kind of wobbly or, you know, finicky. So, oh, hi, Cami. Good to see you. So this is the best tripod for your phone. Yeah, for your phone, I would say, right? So two things I would, and it's definitely on my list here, on the Amazon here. It is called Atumtech. It comes in white right now. I wish there was a white when I was buying. This tripod is like 5 years old. And I've been using this one a lot, like a lot, right? So for those of you who just joined, this is the Amazon link to all the gear that I'm going through. And I'm also answering your questions at the same time. Hello, hello. Hi, Angie. Good to see you. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know about your filming situation. If you know, maybe I can suggest for you to upgrade to something or buy like an accessory. Sometimes all you need is like $20 or $40 to make your sound or to make the quality so much better. So it's worth it, right? So maybe you don't need the entire like new camera. Maybe all you need is just a mic for your phone and off you go, right? So imagine you have a phone, you have a tripod, you have a, you know, lavalier mic or this mic, you're ready to film, okay? You are ready to film, but, or you are ready to film and all you need is lights as well. Lighting is super important. I would say in the importance of gear, number one is mic. Number one is sound. Guys, if you don't sound clear and if there is like a background sound, people will leave. Now, if the lighting is not that great, but you sound good, that's totally fine. It's not totally fine, but you may be able to keep your audience. That's gonna be okay, but not with a bad sound. Okay. Yes, I am going to be talking about lighting right now. So, the best light, which unfortunately I don't have the luxury of, because my balcony door is right here, and it just doesn't work. I would block everything in this place. So I don't have a window here, right? But the best situation is if you can face the window. Facing the window is your best light. Now, if you don't have, or if you have to film maybe later at night, here are the lights I recommend. And this brings me to the topic of Anna wasted money on gear. Yes, I did. So let me share with you my first sin. So I actually have the light, just like the light that you see in movies. Yeah, exactly. So my light is aperture here that you see. And I have this dome here, aperture dome and the light. But you could totally get the newer lights here for $126 on sale. And you could be okay with it. Newer lights, they come with a hood. You know, you can change or dim the lights. You know, you're not gonna have a problem. Well, we make mistakes, right? At the beginning, when I was starting on YouTube, I saw this Amron light for like, I think back then was like $700. I'm like, ooh, is that what I need? this is not what I needed really. Well, now I have it and I have it with the hood. I mean, yeah, the quality is incredible and it just aesthetically also looks good. But then most people get those newer lights here, two of them very popular with YouTubers, and they're fine with it, right? So the way you place them, I actually have just one light just facing me, but the way you could, place them is just have like, 45-degree angle, one like this, one from the side. You just have to like play and see where like what's going on, right? With what's going on. You will figure it out. It's just gonna be a little bit of trial and error as well. So any questions so far as lighting, as far as filming on your phone? This is what we've covered so far. We've covered filming on the phone, okay? The importance of having a camera, the importance of having a dongle. So once again, when you get this little mic and you plug it into your phone, make sure you do like a tap, tap, tap when you record, and then, don't record right away on YouTube. Do like a trial of like 30 seconds and see if this tap, tap, tap records as tap, 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 because this mic should be receiving this, right? If you do this and then nothing happens, it just means you don't have the correct dongle. You don't have it plugged in correctly. What I recommend you do is you go on YouTube and basically say, I have iPhone 17 Pro Max. I have this. What do I do to connect them together? What do I need? That's how I discovered that I needed this. 2 different dongles. It's a pain in the butt if you ask me. Like, look at that. Like, I have to have a different dongle. Like, these are different dongles. One is for my phone, is different. This is like a freaking, gray. These 2 are like 2 black ones for my camera. The dongle for the phone is different than the dongle for the camera. Even though these are like seemingly the same ones, right? These are the same ones, but they're not. So pay attention to those dongles and look it up how to attach a mic to your camera. Okay. Any questions about this? And unfortunately, what's happening is, let's say I'm going to have, I'm going to attach the receiver to, see, this is quite ridiculous, guys, because right now I got a new phone. This dongle, this ending doesn't fit anymore because it's a freaking iPhone 17. I have to stop saying freaking. So I need a different dongle now, different ending, but this one is fine, and unfortunately it's kind of hanging like this. But, maybe when you get, with time, maybe because it's a different model and now maybe they started making things that are plugging in more correctly. So check out how to plug your new mic to the phone. Look it up on YouTube. Every situation is completely different. This is different. This fit in my iPhone 14. It doesn't in 17 anymore. So anyway, now I wish I could show you the difference between mic and no mic, because sometimes you're like, oh, you know what? I don't need a mic. And then you plug in with a mic and you're like, whoa, okay, this is nice. This is crisp. So especially if you're outside, I highly recommend you get this. Okay. Now let's go to pre-submitted questions, and then let me know if you have any questions as far as filming, on your phone right now. So gear software. Okay, here we go. So Kim asked, any advice on keeping the light glare off your glasses? Or do you think people aren't as worried about it? So Kim, this is a fantastic question. There I actually found a way. There are anti-glare glasses. So Warby Parker sells them. Probably Warby Parker is all over the world, I think, by now, right? And all you need is go to the, optometrist or like Warby Parker and say, I want the anti-glare. And so with those anti-glare glasses, the reflection is just completely different. Like there is no reflection. It looks really nice on camera. So it's worth investing if you're wearing glasses. Anti-glare glasses, super, not glasses, but just the insides, the glasses itself. Okay, so the lenses, that's what I meant. The lenses itself have to be anti-glare. So now Kemi has a question. I use my iPhone 16 Pro Max. So Kemi, your quality is fantastic. I look at your reels and it's absolutely beautiful. This is all you need, right? This is all you need. You just have to be organized. You can definitely use your iPhone 16 Pro Max. You just have to know that your files will be large. It will be quick to fill up. And maybe you will need to transfer the videos either to the hard drive or the external drive, right? I have a tripod with lights and a microphone, but for some reason my microphone is not connecting. I haven't spent time to troubleshoot it. Exactly, Kemi. If your microphone is not connecting, you need this dongle. Okay? You need a dongle. You need to, look it up. For iPhone 16, I don't know if it's the same as 14, but sorry, this is what I had here, this dongle here. So you basically, this needs to be your setup, this dongle, this, so that it connects to your iPhone. And so this goes to the receiver out. This goes to your phone. Okay, it's gonna be like this. I'm seriously. And then you can just put it on the tripod with this thing dangling like this, and you can just, this is gonna be connected. Try it like this and see if it's going to work before you film your YouTube video. Now, why is this whole thing like this? It's because phones keep changing. This keeps changing. And to connect, we have to have all different setups almost all the time. When you change your phone, you have to check how it's going to connect because of I think, they also kind of do it on purpose. It's like Mac always changes different chargers. These connections change, but it's all to be figured out. It's not that such a big deal. Okay, so this was a great question. I will try to research these dongles and put them, I'm going to write it down, and put the ones exactly, at least that's for the iPhone, the other ones for the camera, because these are two different kinds. Red, black, black. This is gray, black. This is a different kind from the one before. Okay. I myself don't get into details. I just buy what YouTube tutorials tell me, right? Okay, so these are some pre-submitted questions. Any questions here? Okay, Sila. Okay. Are you going to cover recording? Absolutely. Yes, Angie, I am going to cover recording on a laptop. Actually, recording on a laptop is coming up right now. I think there were some pre-submitted questions as well in our community. So here we are, because we have two threads for this. So Jane says, Jane, all right. I have not bought any new gear, camera that I already had, and microphone in same thing. Sounds okay, but I am sure the sound can improve. I'd like to know about a microphone that I can use on my tower computer that is decent and doesn't cost me more than 30 euros. Okay, so Angie, hold on a second. I'm just going to answer the microphone question and I'm going to just go to yours in a second. All right, so the microphone, so we are talking about this thing here right now, okay? Again, this is quite pricey. And this is my setup here. So I have the Shure microphone. And when you have the Shure, you need this Rode Rodecaster Duo. So this is my setup, but you don't need the setup. You can get like this Shure, for example, for, you know, $296, or you can get a cheaper, even cheaper microphone. If you get a cheaper microphone, make sure it plugs. It's a USB microphone. My microphone is not a USB microphone, and that's why I have to have this Rode. So my microphone cannot talk directly to the computer. The sound has to be, worked by this Rode, right? If you want a less expensive version, get the microphone that has a USB port, okay? So the Shure is a quite expensive option, but you don't need this Rode if you get this mic number one here, the Shure one here on this first position. You don't need this console, okay? So you also have, cheaper versions like Atomica ATT 2020, so then you can like sound a little bit better than just your laptop sound. But actually what I noticed, your laptop sound is actually not that bad. It's not bad at all. I recorded a bunch of lives without a microphone and it sounded okay. So the phone sound is not as good as like the laptop sound. So maybe you want to try with like the laptop sound, right? But if you want to get the microphone, get the one with the USB. So that's I would say, that would be recording on the laptop with the microphone, right? So Angie, this is a great question. So number one would be the microphone. And then number two is deciding about the camera to use, because right now I am using the laptop camera, okay? But what you could actually do is you could, especially if you have a good phone, you can connect this phone and this phone will act as a camera. So it's actually really fantastic. The quality is beautiful. I connected it yesterday when I was on Zoom with my client and I was like, wow, from now on, I'll be using my phone as my webcam, as my camera to record on my laptop, right? So you record on your laptop, you can do the screen share, you have this mic, and then as a camera, you're going to have this camera. You just have to choose the camera and then, connect it via Bluetooth, connect this phone as your camera, okay? If you're not quite sure, just say how to tether, how to connect my phone, how to use iPhone as a camera on a Mac. That's it, right? All these how-to videos, this is how I've been building my channel, my business. I'm always just like, YouTubing things, Googling things, and ChatGPTing things. Okay. So any questions about either filming on your phone or filming on your laptop here? Again, this is me filming on my laptop and, the camera is pretty good, but try your phone camera and see what it's going to give you. Maybe it's going to give you a better quality. And then you could just use it, especially you, Cami. If you are thinking of recording on your laptop, your phone should be your phone camera, unless you want to do it directly on your phone. The difference between like filming on your laptop and filming on your phone would be on your laptop, you would be able to like share your screen, just like what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I'm filming it on my laptop and I'm sharing my screen. If I was going to film it on my phone, I would just have a hard time to, connect it all. Maybe it's possible, but I'm just not quite sure how that would work. So there's like more possibilities. There's screen sharing. There is, you can, have slides as well. If you film on your laptop, you can share slides. You can do a screen share, just more flexible. Okay. So we now covered filming on your phone, filming on your laptop. Okay. Any questions so far? Sila, yes, I recommend the lights for 126. They are great lights. Newer has awesome lights, and you could just use them both, and that's gonna be totally fine. They are also adjustable. You'll be able to adjust with like a little, a controller. So yes, 126 newer lights, totally fine, both lights. And especially if they have like soft boxes, you can make it like the light a little bit less harsh, etc. Right? So yes, I do recommend those lights. Okay, any other questions so far? I'm going through the pre-submitted ones as well. Actually, let me you guys know, how are you planning on filming, or how have you been filming so far? Have you been using your laptop, phone, camera? Let me know. Let me know in comments. Okay, Esther, this is your question. I have a Sony I bought used on eBay, basically new and haven't used it. Always use my phone or my Mac camera. Need to figure out setup for camera for quality. Esther, I love this. I love this because I want to make you feel better. I bought, and I will go over this camera. I bought this camera and it was not used for like 2 months. It takes a little bit of, determination, and, it's like we feel a bit stuck. We have to like do the research from the beginning, all the settings and stuff. It takes a little bit of time. But let me tell you, once I got into it and once I figured it out, like, oh, wow, I should have done it earlier. So don't beat yourself up. It takes time to get into things, to like accept things. But maybe once you have a bit of time, maybe, during the holiday time, step away from the table and like, figure out your camera. It won't take that long. All you need is like a few YouTube tutorials. They will tell you exactly how to set your settings and you're going to be good to go. That's what I did with mine. I was just like YouTubing things, how to set it up. And then I also used ChatGPT. And I said, I have this camera, how to use the settings, right? And even at the beginning, I didn't have the settings correctly. And I just filmed the camera and my sound was a little bit too low. So then I had to look it up, how to like up the sound waves and all that. So little by little, you're filming on your phone, but at least you're filming. You're filming on your laptop, at least you're filming. You have a camera there ready to go. Well, you'll just figure it out and transition when you're ready. Okay, so great question, Esther. I have my Mac camera for now to film. Tips on that. So Jackie said she has her Mac camera. Tips on that, Jackie? A great tip would be, see if your phone camera is better, because mine was. Depending on what phone you have, maybe you want to tether your phone to your laptop and you just say, use your phone as camera and see if it's a better quality. That's all I have to say. Also, another tip would be to see, maybe you want to get a microphone with a USB port, okay? So Nadia says, I use my MacBook and record on Zoom. The quality seems to be good, even though others advised against it. So Nadia, when you record on Zoom, same thing. See if your phone camera is not better for the Zoom. It may be better than your laptop camera, or maybe you have a good webcam. So play with the cameras that are on Zoom. So when you film on your laptop, keep in mind you don't have to use the laptop camera. You can have another camera that's going to act as a camera on Zoom. Okay, that's a great question. So Angela, love it. Any questions here? No, not for now. So after I answer those last two questions here from the pre-submitted ones, I'm going to see if there are no any other questions here. And I'm going to go over my exact setup and how it evolved over months of being on YouTube. Okay. So Angela says, I was also going to ask about using a MacBook to record. What do you think? Same thing, you know, totally fine. I'm using MacBook right now. I'm using a MacBook camera right now. Can be totally fine, but you know, why not? I was like shocked how good my iPhone 17 camera was when I plugged it into Zoom. And from now on, I will be having it on Zoom with me. Okay. So now let's talk about scripting. Angela had also a question about scripting. Okay. So as I mentioned before, like my YouTube journey, my gear, my recording, my filming, everything, it evolves. So after 85 videos, I realized that maybe, just maybe, I want to start using a teleprompter. So I'm going to give it a go and see. So up until now, for 85 videos, until 1,000 subscribers that I've reached, I have not been scripting word for word. And I'm going to see, is my retention going to be better? Am I going to be relaxed as far as delivery? Or am I going to sound like a robot? I just ordered, and I can just show you here, this teleprompter, Elgato teleprompter. So you see, it says bestseller. I don't, whatever that means. So I just got this Elgato one. And yeah, and I'm going to try and see if this is going to help me with my flow. Maybe it's gonna make me faster because I won't have to rehearse as many times. And maybe my retention will improve because I won't be like looking for words or maybe repeating myself. Like if we script word for word, it can be really good for structure. It can be really good for keeping our videos tight. So I'm going to try it. Why not? I'm always up for improving 1% better and seeing what works for me. If you think that you're going to sound robotic, like just reading off of a teleprompter, don't go for a teleprompter. Try to rehearse it enough times so that you just like speak it out, right? And rehearse aloud. Don't just like read, just rehearse it as if you were really recording a video. Okay. So this was about scripting. Okay. This is what I'm trying after 85 videos of not scripting. I'm going to try to script my videos because I have a lot of tutorials. I have a lot of step-by-step. So maybe if I script, they're going to be easier to follow and they're just going to be more concise. And I'm going to see if it's going to help my retention because I always want to have better retention, better hooks too. That's good for channel growth, right? So any questions about the teleprompter, scripting, questions about filming on your phone, filming on your laptop? Okay, let me know. And if you want to share your filming setup right now, whether you're filming on your phone, your laptop, let me know. Or maybe you want to share with us what you're going to buy this Black Friday. It's a good time to invest, but also don't be silly like, like me. Don't invest in like an $800 light. Like this was not needed. I mean, it looks beautiful, but I could have had a different light. Like, I don't need an Amron light. I mean, literally, like when I see film crews in New York City, like that's the light that I have. So, and the quality, I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's really nice because I have like this thing here that, it's very robust, or I can make it, dim it and make it, maybe I'll dim it a bit. But make sure you invest in things that you are actually going to be using. Okay. So now I'm going to remove this from the screen for a bit, and so you're guys not sharing about your setups. That's okay. And I'm not seeing any questions. That's all right. And all the pre-submitted questions have been answered. So that's good. So if any questions show up, just let me know. Now I'm going to tell you about the evolution of my filming gear. Okay, so there are probably 3 to 4 videos on my channel that were filmed on my phone. Yeah, there's one video that I filmed with a MacBook camera. The quality didn't come out as good. It's one of my first videos. It's the video after my week 1 on YouTube. So I was on YouTube for 1 week. And I kind of look like the colors are a bit off, but people just wanted to see my stats after week 1. It really didn't matter if the colors were off or what, right? So, okay, Angie, no setup yet, still figuring it out. All right. Now, let's talk about how it evolved. Okay, so a few videos I filmed on my phone, just because I was traveling and I didn't want to take all the gear with me and stuff. Now, I started with Sony ZV-1 camera. Unfortunately, I don't have the Sony ZV-1 camera on me because I sold it. So let me just show you quickly my first camera where I filmed 40 videos on this camera, my first 40 videos. So Sony ZV-1 is now $798. And I had it in white as well. I had a mic. I always had this mic. I've had this mic for maybe 3 to 4 years. So I've had this with a receiver, with a charging case. And this is number 1, right? DJI number 1. DJI number 2 right now is like 200. I think I spent way more for DJI 1 than DJI 2 is right now. But that's the thing. The electronics, they always like come down as far as price. So that's how I filmed 40 of my first videos. And then I was like, you know what? I want to upgrade. I want to have a blurry background. So I don't have a blurry background right now because I'm not filming on my camera. My camera is right here. I'm filming on my laptop. But I'm now going to let you know how to achieve a blurry background. So blurry background looks absolutely beautiful. It looks like sharp, and it's like the quality. I'm sure you've seen YouTubers with the blurry background and without. The quality is just so beautiful. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm ready to invest. So, and I knew I could still use this microphone, and I decided to go for Sony ZV-1 Mark II. The difference between this camera and Sony ZV-1 is point and shoot. You don't need lenses. And Sony ZV-1, you cannot achieve the blurry background. Blurry background can be achieved with this lens not only this lens, but this is an example of this lens and this camera is as an example. You have to have a camera with interchangeable lenses to achieve the blurry background, because you have to have an aperture. You have to have like a depth. You have to have a depth of field with the like a very, very like wide, like a wide aperture, 1.4 aperture or something, right? So let me go over how much it costs. And this purchase, as much as the light, I regret, I said, this purchase has been, I'm very, very happy with it. I'm extremely happy. If you have money to invest, I highly recommend. And I'm going to have this set up for, I don't intend to change this. I've had it for a year and it's still for like years to come for me. I'm not even getting any other lenses. I have my settings on, unchanged. I have my lens on, unchanged, and I just like keep filming. Okay. So now let's get to the cost of how much this cost me. So Sony ZV, one second, where is it? Here. Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. So this is Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. And with the Black Friday discount, it's $1,098. But the thing is, you get a lens kit with it, but that's not the lens that you need to achieve the blurry background. To achieve the blurry background, I bought this Sigma lens for $464. So you're roughly looking at like $500, and with tax and everything, $1,500 with tax and everything. I think that was like $1,650. So this lens makes your background blurry. And there is another thing about Sony cameras that's quite awesome. You're gonna love it, especially. It is soft skin effect. Okay, and you can have it low, medium, and high. Medium looks already very, very beautiful. It basically gives you a tiny touch on your appearance, which is nice to have, especially if like the lighting, if you're filming outside and the lighting is a little bit off and stuff. So both Sony cameras, both Sony ZV-1 and ZV-10 Mark II have this soft skin effect. I use medium and I'm really happy with it. It just looks really nice. Just like what I love about it is you can't tell, it's a touch of a filter on Sony cameras. Okay, so yeah, Anika is still getting going. Okay, absolutely. So Anika and whoever else is still getting going, think about how you want to start. Do you want to invest? Do you want to make this investment? Do you want to commit to YouTube? I mean, I'm gonna just tell you, this is not, if this camera, Sony ZV-10 Mark II, this is not guaranteed that your channel will like perform really well, right? A lot of people say it's not about the gear. Yes, I agree, it's not about the gear, but if you want to invest and if you want to have the blurry background, maybe you want to think about it and do it later, just the way I did after 40 videos, or maybe you want to start with it, maybe you will start with your phone. You can always evolve, and it's okay to like start with one setup and to like have another setup. It's just like me, I had Sony ZV-E1 and then I just sold it, and I sold it at how much did I get for it? Maybe like $200 or something. I just brought it back to like B&H. They have like there are companies, electronics companies that basically buy things. You just like show them what you have and they buy things from you. Yes. I recommend to buy a mic. You're going to sound better, especially if there's a bit of noise, background noise, or if you're filming outside. If you're filming outside, I definitely recommend you get a mic. So yes, that was a good question. So let's continue with my setup. So you've seen my camera so far. Okay. And you've seen the mic. So the camera, the mics, this is what I use. I also use a tripod, not this tripod, and I can't really reach, but it's a tripod that supports a DSLR camera. And it's like set there, and I just put the camera on it. This would not support the DSLR. It's just a little bit too flimsy. This supports the phone. So you need a tripod, or you need to like set it somewhere. But you know, you could definitely set it. But the thing with a tripod is not only you could just do, you know, up and down, but you could just also do this way. So I like having a, you know, a light tripod that supports my supports the DSLR. So if you want the link to the tripod, let me know. I don't think I included that in my list. Okay, so what else? Guess what? This is not the only gear I bought. I'm telling you, this is like, you can learn a lot of what to do and what not to do from me. So another gadget that I got has been this. Okay, this is Osmo Pocket 3. I have Osmo Pocket 3. And Osmo Pocket 3 is right here add to stage. And let me know if you have Osmo Pocket 3 or if you are planning to buy one. So Osmo Pocket 3 right now is at $669. I think I paid like close to $1,000 for mine. Now, the thing with Osmo Pocket 3, an awesome thing is it comes with a mic. It's called like a creator combo. And in a creator combo, this comes together as a mic. So you can literally just start filming. So when do I use Osmo Pocket 3? And what do I think about this purchase? And if you get it, definitely get this little thing. It's $10, but it protects Osmo Pocket 3 because it has a very like fragile neck. Okay. So really easy to use. All you need to do is, you know, this way and you know, this acts as a joystick, you know, up and down. So you can also record it for reels, and it's a good quality. And the mic is a fantastic quality as well. The mic is a better mic than the mic is. This is DJI 1. They give you DJI 2. So it's a good quality. So now, would I recommend it? Absolutely. I would recommend it if you want something portable, if you know, if you want to be on the go, because this is with a battery, but actually you don't need this battery. So the entire Osmo Pocket 3 is literally just this. So this is the tiny thing that you can film your YouTube videos with. Now, if you want like a stand, this is a stand, and a battery, then yeah, it becomes a little bit bigger, but that's it. You can film on this. See? You can have it charged and filmed. Now, if you want extra battery, you have to make it longer. So you could just make it longer here. And then why not just adding so all this comes within a creator kit. And then you can set it and off you go. Okay. So I would recommend it. It's a good quality camera. And I actually filmed a few videos on it. When I went away, I used it to film. I also like filming B-roll on it because this is magnetic. So what I can do, I could put it to the lamp pole, or I could put it to the window, and it just like, you know, it's sticky. So you can add you can add, you can easily film B-roll with it. Okay. Oh, speaking of which, give me a second. I'm going to show you something that I just discovered. If you are a phone user, you have to get this. Look. And it just sticks to like surfaces. So you can actually use your phone to film while it's attached to like a window or something. So it's a very similar effect to this, right? And it's a pretty good, it's a pretty good thing. It's called, what is it called? Clear Look, like a suction thing. I'll make sure to, because I didn't add it to my YouTube gear. So, I would recommend it. The quality is fantastic. You could just use your phone, but again, if you don't want to end up with like your phone filled with YouTube footage, this keeps it separate. This keeps it separate and it's very portable. And another great thing is if you are filming outside, people may not even see that you're filming. It's very discreet because look, you are basically filming with this. So discreet, right? So imagine you're just filming like that. It's like, you know, you can film yourself, you can film like the surroundings with just this. You know, something to think about if you want this. And also you could just have it in your bag all the time. And you could just have your phone live and your phone completely separate. So your YouTube can be here and separate from your phone. Any questions about Osmo Pocket 3? I will probably be using it more for B-roll. Like if I want to film B-roll outside, it's gonna be fantastic. Because again, once I put it on the lamp, on a pole, and I just walked past, and I had a B-roll of me walking. And I even had a B-roll of like, I put this on a pole and I put my phone on a tripod and I had a B-roll of me filming B-roll. Very meta, right? So I see some questions coming, so that's really wonderful. Stick around because we haven't even covered the live setup. Okay. I will still be talking about the live setup and also what I use to film those quick tutorials for you guys when I'm like in a little circle. Okay. So, one thing though, you see this link, this Amazon link that I shared, and I'm gonna share it again. And I wanna talk a little bit about this whole Amazon thing, because you know I'm all about monetizing YouTube, how to monetize YouTube. Is Amazon a good way to monetize YouTube? Absolutely not. I think I made like $20 from like Amazon. It's really little of what comes back your way when you share Amazon links. So why do I do it? I do it to have all the links in one place and so that they show up with pictures because I like the way it looks. And it doesn't hurt, right? It doesn't hurt if you guys are kind enough to use my Amazon link. I'll probably, depending on what you get, I'll get, a few dollars here and there. But this is not my focus. This is not my focus on YouTube. Like you would have to have a lot of Amazon purchases to make even like $100 because it's like 2%, I think. So if somebody, let's say, buys the lights for $100, $120, I will get like 3%, $3, right? So but it looks nice and it's just quicker because I get these questions a lot. what kind of camera do you use? What is the lighting? What's the microphone? So instead of me just sorting through different links and just say, oh, where's the camera link? Where's this link? I'm like, here's my gear. Because they may have other questions too, right? When I say like, this is my camera. Oh, but what kind of lens? Oh, but what's the mic? So here I have it all together. And I recommend that you guys do that too. When you get questions about things that you use, like Jane, for example, she does sewing for men, right? So she probably gets questions, okay, what's the best sewing machine? Jane, do this Amazon storefront like this and put the sewing machine there and put all the threads and everything that you could recommend for the beginners so that you don't have to answer these questions anymore. Like if you have questions like that about your own specialty, make a store just so that you don't have to answer these questions again and again. Okay. And if somebody uses the link, that can be a few dollars here and there, but it's not going to be your focus. Your focus is to just like cut the whole back and forth. And so that you're helpful, right? So that's about the Amazon. Now, what did I want to show you still? Do I have anything else to show you? And then I'll go to your questions. So let me just quickly have a look. Did we go over everything here? Whoops. We went over the light. We went over the microphone, my teleprompter, which I'm testing, my camera, the camera that I was previously using, the DJI mic or the mic with a cable. At ToomTech, highly recommend you get this. You get this tripod for your iPhone, for your phone, and DJI Osmo Pocket 3 that I just showed you. Yeah, this is it. And then the lights as well. So amazing. Okay, so these are all the, this is all the gears, all the lights, everything. So what about editing? Okay, what about editing? What do you use? Okay, Angie, great question. I went through a bunch of editing software as well. So my previous channel, actually, Adobe reached out to me and they sponsored me by giving me access to Adobe for like a year. So I was like, okay, why don't I just learn Adobe Premiere Pro? Oh, I did learn. I was editing Adobe Premiere Pro, but let me tell you, as a non-editor, it was extremely hard. Right after that year was over, I started paying for it. Like, I think it was $30 a month. But then I'm like, no, I'm done. This is too hard. So Premiere Pro, I would not recommend. But if you are further into editing, like I know my editors, they use Premiere Pro. It has a lot of bells and whistles, but I'm a business coach. I'm not a video editor. I'm not a YouTube editor, right? So I also used Final Cut years ago because I had another channel before, right? Which I deleted. Now I use DaVinci Resolve and it's free. I love DaVinci Resolve. I use DaVinci Resolve and it is free. I'm just going to spell it just in case you could just download it. Oh, yeah. So DaVinci Resolve, you could just download it for free and use it for free. There is a paid version for $300. I don't know anything about it because I don't have it. I just use the free version for how many videos? 60, 80 videos. I've been using, no, 60 videos. I've been using DaVinci Resolve. Okay. What happened next? And I think this was a question. Do you edit your own videos? Angie, thanks for this question. I don't anymore. Rarely I do when I'm late with videos. I use DaVinci Resolve, but I hired editors. After maybe 60 videos in, I was cross-financing. I I've been financing my YouTube business with private coaching. And I was like, you know what? It's time. I'm going to save more time and I'm going to launch more products. And that's when I launched YouTube Income Vault as well. I'm going to make that money. I can't be spending, because I used to spend like 6 hours, 4 hours or 6 plus procrastination. So it was like literally entire day spent on editing, because I'm not a machine, I can't just be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna wake up at 6 and edit till noon and be done with it. Like, no, I would just like procrastinate and then edit, and then it would be like 11 p.m., so it was taking me at least like 15 hours per week, because I was posting twice a week. And so now I hired editors. Now let's talk about pricing for editors. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you the ranges of pricing. I'm not gonna really share the details about my editors, but I'm gonna share with you the ranges. The best, once you start putting yourself out there, you're gonna get editors reaching out to you. Even though in my bio it says no editing, no thumbnail emails, please, I still get like 2 or 3 a week. Editors reaching out to me. Do you want me to edit my videos? I can edit one video for you for free. Do you want to do it? This is a good way to get an editor. They just come to you once you start posting videos. But if you want to be proactive and just choose for yourself, go on Upwork and choose an editor. Many editors there. So different styles of editing. And I always say you get what you pay for, which is very true in editing. You really get what you pay for. I used to have an editor and I was paying $30 per video. There was so much back and forth with her. And it was just, she would like do the zooms mid-word. It was just a lot of things were off. And I was like, can I maybe teach her, But we went through like 10 videos of a lot of back and forth, and she was still not at the level that I needed. And it was not even like complicated editing, right? But so $30 per video, sometimes you can get lucky. Some creators pay $30 per video and like they're fine. Okay, now then you have another tier, and that's about $50 to $60 per video. Okay, and when I say per video, it's like a video that's 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, and then you have like 100, and then you have $250 per video. I even saw a price, like they said they had a Black Friday special. It was $390. Discounted from $450 per video, $390. But they probably do a lot of like graphics and like branding and all that. So I pay a bit more. More is relative, right? But I know I could have it a bit less expensive, but I have motion graphics. So my editors are skilled in motion graphics. Whenever you watch my videos and you see like things flying in, which may not be that necessary, right? But I like that. I like their style, and we have a good flow going on. And I know it's an expense, but this is what I do full time, and this is what I want to grow. My whole attention and energy is on for YouTube to grow my channel. And I just believe that this is worth it, right? I know that this is worth it. So they've probably edited maybe 30 videos of mine as of now. And we have a good flow. I now post once per week. I want to up the frequency to at least, twice a week. I used to post 3 times a week, and I used to edit my own videos. But now, managing a beautiful community, YouTube Income Vault, creating products, having my private clients. Like I have a lot of income streams that I need to take care of to run a business like this full time. It's not just YouTube. YouTube is not my full-time business. So great question. Great question, Angie. If you don't have any questions, I want to go over of how I actually share the videos with you when I go, like when I do like a quick 5-minute video and when I'm like right there in the corner in a circle. I use Loom. Highly recommend it. It's great. Loom is free, but the videos have to be less than 5 minutes. So I pay for Loom. I pay $100 a year, and my videos can be over 5 minutes. And I often do like screen share, because even if I have an editor, I do spend time on like giving him directions, and I record screen shares and I take screenshots and I attach pictures. Okay. So, hello. Just starting on this journey. That's exciting. That's super exciting, right? So Loom is not necessarily for YouTube, or you can actually even use Loom for YouTube if you want. But I use it to just record quick tutorials. Even for my private clients, sometimes I give them a Loom and like step by step, right? I share a screen, I'm putting myself in the corner and like quick. So I use Loom. Now, what about this live stream? What do I use to stream like this? So you could definitely just go live on YouTube. It doesn't cost. But what I love about going live with StreamYard, and this is what I use, is, and I'm just going to, I believe I have a discount. So let me share with you that discount. So with StreamYard, let me see what type of discount I have. Oh, yeah. If you use this link, you get $10 off, I believe. Yes, you get $10 off. So I use StreamYard. All right. So to go live. And there are a few advantages of using StreamYard. One is I can highlight comments like this, and I just love this look because I can just like, StreamYard to go live, I can highlight myself. I can also do banners just like this. So you see what live you're watching. And actually, if you want to go even a step, I can also do an intro video. So when you started watching this video, there was like an intro video of me getting ready and with the music. So that is done with StreamYard. And also, what else was there? You have actually a different background. So I can have a festive background like this. And happy Thanksgiving, by the way, for those of you who celebrate. So I can have a Thanksgiving background. Look at us, right? Or I can just create my own as well. So I can show things on screen like this. Also, there are other like features, like for example, like this is the QR code of the community, YouTube Income Vault. So it's $7 a month, $47 a year. A lot of lovely members are on it. But I can, for example, spotlight this and say, all you need to do is like scan this. Another little thing about StreamYard. But the main features I love is highlighting comments, having this, and having an intro video at the beginning. And also StreamYard records the lives. So what I love it is StreamYard records the live. I can go to StreamYard, grab the transcript, put it into ChatGPT, and every week I actually post the gems, the takeaways from the transcript done by ChatGPT. So I posted in the membership. So it's a lot of things that are making my going live easier. Now, do you need a StreamYard? No. You could totally do it all with just going live on YouTube. Okay. So are there any questions, guys? Any questions? I hope this was helpful and to help you make a decision of like what gear setup you want to invest in or not invest in. And, you know, it's Black Friday. It's a perfect time to get this gear. Great, Anika. Okay. Oh, thanks, Angie. That's amazing. Yeah. So, you know, if you have any questions, just leave a comment under this live. I'll be watching the comments. The live is, you know, public. You can watch the replay. I'll put the replay in the membership as well. And just keep in mind, you don't have to start with your perfect setup. You don't need this microphone. You don't need $600 light. You know, you could just start with something and you can always evolve. Remember, I started with the Sony ZV-1 and then just sold it and got another one. Because I wanted a blurry background and I decided, you know what? I'm into YouTube. I'm in it. I'm committed. I'm going to do it. And this investment will be worth it. And it is, because I'm keeping this camera until another shiny object shows up. No, I'm kidding. But I intend to keep it for years, you know, and I use it all the time and it's like right there. So, and every single video of mine is beautiful. Also, another thing is when I bought this camera first, and that reminds me of a lovely member, Esther, who said she has a camera, but she hasn't unpacked it, right? I didn't unpack it for like 2 months. Also, later when I unpacked it, I didn't know how to get that blurry background effect. So I filmed one video without blurry background. And then I realized you have to have aperture priority setting. I looked it up on YouTube. And then I started having the blurry background. So you see, you can evolve and your video doesn't have to, the quality of the video doesn't have to be the final quality of your video. It will evolve with you. So, before investing in the gear, I think we need to work on the message we want to share with the world. What are your thoughts? Absolutely. So, yes, I'm not quite sure. Kanan, yeah, absolutely. You have to know what you have to say. You have to know your channel direction. What do you want to share with what do you want to grow? What channel do you want to grow? What message do you want to spread, right? So this is super important, and the gear is just like the logistics, right? But you have to have the most important thing, your channel essence. So that was a great addition here. All right. Very helpful. Hi, Angela. Will we be able to watch again? Absolutely. So you just go on my channel under lives, and there are a few lives already out there. There's a live about how to get your channel indexed on ChatGPT. And there is a live with a guest, with Brian, of how to finally press record. Now there is this live all about the gear. Beautiful picture. I love beautiful shining objects. Cameras used to be my thing until I got an iPhone. Yes, that is the thing, Angela. iPhone quality is incredible. When I plugged in on Zoom, I wish I could show you, but I just don't want to mess things up. Like, trust me, I've done it before. I wish I could show you what an iPhone camera looks like on Zoom as a camera compared to what you're seeing right now. I looked like 3D. I was like, what's going on? That's my phone? I'm like, all right, that's going to be my webcam from now on. So yeah, Angela, like, it's beautiful quality. If you can get yourself organized and get the videos off your phone immediately so that you don't crowd the phone, you're going to be fine. And that brings me to another quick topic, actually, and that's actually really important. Oh, by the way, a few more things. You can get a like a a controller. So you don't have to actually go to your camera and press buttons. You can be pressing buttons right here. Okay, so you can get one of those. Then also your hard drive, your external drive. I recommend you get it like immediately, especially if you're filming on your phone, because what you want to do, you don't want to load your hard drive either, because that's going to get full very quickly. YouTube videos will do that to your computer. So don't do that, and get an external hard drive and put all the videos here so that you don't crowd your space. Okay, and you can just look it up, external hard drive. I can add it to the Amazon store as well. I can give you my recommendation. Yes, exactly. So you just get the external hard drive and you move from your phone. You either airdrop it to, to your drive. You move it to your external hard drive. You delete it from your computer, and your external hard drive will be just YouTube. Call it just YouTube, right? So nothing on your phone, nothing on your computer. If you are organized like this, if you just stay on top of it all, you could totally do it with your phone. I just know that I want to have it separate. And, after 85 videos and being a year on YouTube, I want to have the blurry background. That's just me, So is it on your list? No, it's not external hard drive, but I will add it onto the list, I promise. So I will add the dongles. I will add this to the list, and I will add the external hard drive. Anything else here now that I'm looking? So I had to get this just because, the cards for your camera, the SD cards, you need those. You need those for your camera, and you need that for Osmo Pocket 3, the mini one. So this super important, and I needed that because this broke. I used to just be able to put this inside my laptop, but I can't anymore. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna bother going to Genius Bar and just gonna use this. So this is 128, but get like 512 or something like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, spare batteries, always a good idea. I have like 3 of them for my camera. I just don't want to run out of battery. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna switch quickly. So, because filming is kind of fragile. If you get yourself to film, if you get yourself to film, you kind of want to preserve that energy. You don't want to run out of battery and like reschedule your filming. So have a spare battery. I have an external drive, 2T Google Drive, 2T Dropbox, and phone has one. Perfect. One goes fast. One goes fast. Yeah, perfect. So put all the YouTube stuff on the external hard drive. That's it. Or you could put it on Google Drive. I have a big Google Drive as well, so you could do that as well. Up to you. Yeah, you don't maybe need this external hard drive. Where is it? If you have a Google Drive, because like all you just basically need to grab the footage and put it somewhere else than your phone and your computer, because you don't want to run out of space. Now, for my editors, we use Google Drive. Love using Google Drive because it's shareable. I can just share the whole folder with them, and they can just access it. Just today, I actually added, sometimes I send them the footage first, and then I say instructions are coming, because they're going to be working on the footage first to cut it, and then the instructions as far as you know, what goes on screen and all that, that can come a bit later. So I added to the folder, and I didn't need to send the link or anything. I just said, hey team, I added it to the folder. Okay. So that's been lovely to see you. I'm glad this was helpful. If there are no other questions, you can always watch the replay. And if you do have questions, just leave them below this. And those lovely members who are members of YouTube Income Vault, I'll see you in the community. I will be posting this live with the gems as usual. So you will be able to, you know, have it all in one place. I will share the link again, and I will be adding dongles, the suction thing, and then the external hard drive to my plants. Oh, thank you so much. They're real plants. So they are real plants. And yeah, they're happy. You know what the secret is? They just love light. And I have a lot of light in my apartment. And so they grow and grow and grow. But thank you so much. All right, guys. So thanks so much. And I will see you next time.